First contact and deception. The vast expanse of space stretched before Captain Elena Reyes as she stood on the bridge of the UES Horizon, Earth's first interstellar diplomatic vessel. After centuries of wondering if humanity was alone in the universe, first contact had finally been made. The Galactic Council, a coalition of advanced alien civilizations, had extended an invitation to Earth to join their ranks. As the Horizon approached the massive space station that served as the Council's headquarters, Elena couldn't shake a feeling of unease. The aliens had been welcoming, but something about their demeanor felt off. Earth's leaders had decided to play things close to the vest, presenting humanity as a young, eager species just beginning to explore the stars. "Captain, we're receiving docking instructions," Lieutenant Commander Jack Chen reported from his station. Elena nodded. "Proceed with caution, Commander. Remember our briefing. We're here to observe and learn. Let's not give away too much." As the Horizon glided into the docking bay, Elena marveled at the array of alien ships surrounding them. Sleek vessels with designs that defied human understanding sat alongside massive carriers that dwarfed even the largest Earth ships. A delegation of Council representatives waited as Elena and her team disembarked. The aliens were a diverse group, some humanoid, others decidedly not. At their head stood Zarkax, a tall, willowy being with iridescent skin and 4 arms. "Welcome, humans," Zarkax said, his voice a melodious trill. "We are pleased to welcome Earth into the galactic community." Elena bowed slightly. "Thank you for your hospitality. We're honored to be here." As they were led through the station's winding corridors, Elena couldn't help but notice the dismissive glances some aliens cast their way. She overheard snippets of conversation in languages her translator struggled to decipher, but the tone was clear: condescension. The council chamber was a grand amphitheater, with representatives from hundreds of worlds in attendance. As the Earth delegation took their seats, Zarkax addressed the assembly. "Esteemed colleagues, today we welcome a new species to our ranks. The humans of Earth have recently achieved faster-than-light travel and are eager to join our galactic family." Murmurs rippled through the crowd. Elena noticed several representatives smirking or whispering to their neighbors. She gripped the armrests of her chair, maintaining a neutral expression. An avian being with brilliant plumage stood. "Tell us, humans, what do you bring to the council? What technologies or resources does your world offer?" Elena stood, choosing her words carefully. "Earth is rich in cultural diversity and natural resources. We have a long history of technological innovation and are eager to learn from and contribute to the galactic community." The avian being clucked dismissively. Yes, but what of your military capabilities? Surely a species as young as yours cannot hope to defend itself in these dangerous times." Elena felt a flash of anger but suppressed it. "We have defense capabilities appropriate for our level of development. Our focus has been on peaceful exploration." This elicited chuckles from several council members. Zarkax held up a hand for silence. Now, let us not judge our new friends too harshly. They are here to learn, after all." As the session continued, it became clear that the council viewed Earth as little more than a curiosity, a primitive world to be studied and perhaps exploited. Elena's unease grew with each patronizing comment and dismissive gesture. During a recess, she pulled her team aside. "We need to be careful," she whispered. "They're underestimating us, which could be an advantage, but I don't like the way some of them are eyeing Earth's resources." Jack nodded grimly. "I overheard a couple of representatives discussing the untapped potential of our solar system. They seem to think we'll just hand over whatever they want." Elena's eyes narrowed. "Well, they're in for a surprise if they try anything. But for now, we play along. Let them think we're naive. It'll buy us time to assess the situation and report back to Earth." As the council session resumed, Elena noticed a group of military officers from various species huddled together, glancing occasionally at the Earth delegation. Their body language spoke of barely concealed disdain. One of them, a burly reptilian being, approached Elena during the next break. "I must say, human, I find it hard to believe your species has survived this long without proper defenses. The galaxy is a dangerous place for the unprepared." Elena met his gaze steadily. "We've faced our share of challenges, Commander. Humanity is more resilient than you might think." The alien laughed, a harsh, grating sound. "Resilience is admirable, but it's no match for superior firepower. Perhaps your world would benefit from the protection of a more established species." The implied threat was clear. Elena felt her pulse quicken, but she maintained her composure. "That's very kind of you to offer, but I assure you, Earth can take care of itself." As she walked away, Elena's mind raced. The situation was more precarious than they had anticipated. Some council members clearly saw Earth as ripe for conquest or subjugation. They would need to tread carefully. Over the next few days, the Earth delegation attended various meetings and tours, always maintaining their facade of wide-eyed wonder. Elena and her team gathered as much intelligence as they could, noting the power dynamics between different alien factions and the technologies on display. On the final day of their visit, Zarkax approached Elena with what seemed like a generous offer. "Captain Rice, the Council has decided to grant Earth protected status. We will station a peacekeeping fleet in your system to ensure your safety as you develop." Elena's diplomatic training was put to the test as she fought to keep the alarm from her voice. "That's a very kind offer, Counselor, but I'm afraid I don't have the authority to accept such a proposal. I'll need to consult with my government." Zarkax's expression tightened almost imperceptibly. Of course. But do impress upon your leaders the importance of accepting our protection. The galaxy can be quite unforgiving to those who stand alone." As the Horizon prepared to depart, Elena gathered her team for a final briefing. "The situation is worse than we thought," she said gravely. "Some on the Council see us as easy prey. Others want to protect us, which likely means controlling our resources. We need to report this to Earth immediately." Jack's expression was grim. "Do you think they suspect our true capabilities?" Elena shook her head. "No, and that's our advantage. They think we're defenseless. Little do they know." As the Horizon pulled away from the station, Elena gazed out at the stars. The galaxy thought Earth was a naive, primitive world ripe for the taking. Soon, they would learn just how wrong they were. Humanity had been preparing for this moment for generations, hidden from prying eyes. The Galactic Council was in for a rude awakening. Elena allowed herself a small, determined smile. "Take us home, Commander Chen. It's time Earth showed the galaxy what we're really made of." The Horizon's engines flared to life, carrying with it the knowledge that would change the course of galactic history. The deception had worked, but the real challenge was just beginning. Humanity's true test awaited. Earth's secret revealed. Admiral Victor Volkov stood before the United Earth Defense Council, his weathered face etched with determination. The holograms of world leaders and military commanders flickered around the circular chamber, all eyes fixed on the grizzled veteran. "Ladies and gentlemen," Volkov began, his voice gravelly but strong. "Captain Rice's report confirms our worst fears. The Galactic Council views Earth as weak and ripe for exploitation. It's time we reveal our true strength." President Amelia Chen of the United Earth Government leaned forward. "Admiral, are you certain this is the right course of action? Once we show our hand, there's no going back." Volkov nodded grimly. "Madam President, we've hidden our true capabilities for decades, preparing for this very moment. If we don't act now, we risk losing everything." The chamber erupted in heated discussion. Some argued for continued diplomacy, while others demanded immediate action. As the debate raged, a calm voice cut through the chaos. "We have no choice," said Dr. Yuki Tanaka, head of Earth's Advanced Technology Division. "Our latest intelligence suggests the Council is already mobilizing a peacekeeping fleet. We must act before they reach our solar system." President Chen's expression hardened. She took a deep breath before addressing the Council. "Very well. Admiral Volkov, you have authorization to initiate Operation Thunderbolt. May God have mercy on us all. Volkov saluted sharply. Yes, Madam President, we won't let you down. As the meeting adjourned, Volkov strode purposefully to the command center deep beneath the Rocky Mountains. This facility, unknown to the rest of the galaxy, was the nerve center of Earth's true defense network. Status report, Volkov barked as he entered. Colonel Sarah Martinez, his second-in-command, snapped to attention. Sir, all systems are green. The Phantom Fleet is ready for deployment. Ghost Shield is at full capacity. Volkov allowed himself a small smile. Decades of secret development and preparation were about to pay off. Excellent. Begin Phase 1. Across the solar system, hidden bases sprang to life. On Mars, massive hangar doors ground open, revealing sleek warships that put the Galactic Council's finest vessels to shame. Beneath the ice of Europa, torpedo launchers powered up, loaded with weaponry that could vaporize entire fleets. But Earth's greatest secret lay closer to home. As Volkov watched, a shimmering field began to fade around the planet. The Ghost Shield, Earth's ultimate camouflage, had hidden humanity's true level of development from prying eyes for years. Now it was time to reveal the truth. In orbit, satellites previously disguised as debris transformed into state-of-the-art defense platforms. The moon's far side, long suspected to house secret bases, unveiled a massive shipyard teeming with advanced vessels. Sir, Colonel Martinez reported, we're detecting the Council's peacekeeping fleet entering the Orc cloud. They'll be within visual range in 30 minutes. Volkov nodded. Perfect timing. Prepare to broadcast on all frequencies. It's time we introduced ourselves properly. As the Council fleet approached, they expected to find a primitive world with rudimentary defenses. Instead, they were confronted by a bristling array of weaponry and a fully mobilized armada. Aboard the Council's flagship, Admiral Zexakor of the Turani Empire stared in disbelief at the sensor readings. Impossible, he muttered. This can't be right. His tactical officer, a Vexillian named Kree, chittered nervously. Admiral, we're being hailed by the humans. Zexakor straightened his uniform. On screen, he ordered, trying to mask his shock. The image of Admiral Volkov filled the view screen, his steely gaze boring into Zexakor. Greetings, Council Fleet. I am Admiral Victor Volkov of the United Earth Defense Force. I believe there's been a misunderstanding about our planet's status and capabilities. Zexakor struggled to find his voice. What is the meaning of this deception? You presented yourselves as a primitive species. Volkov's expression remained impassive. We merely allowed you to see what you expected to see, Admiral. Earth has no interest in subjugation or protection. We are more than capable of defending ourselves. As if to emphasize his point, a massive dreadnought decloaked beside the Earth fleet. Its size dwarfed even the largest Council vessels, its hull bristling with weapons beyond anything the galactic community had seen. By the cosmic egg, Kree whispered, her compound eyes wide with fear. Volkov continued, his voice firm, but not threatening. We come in peace, but we will not tolerate any aggression towards Earth or its colonies. I suggest you return to the Council and report what you've seen here today. Zexakor's mind raced. This changed everything. The balance of power in the galaxy had just shifted dramatically. We will withdraw, Admiral, but the Council will have questions, and we'll be happy to answer them, Volkov replied. As equals. As the Council fleet hastily retreated, the mood on Earth was a mixture of relief and apprehension. In the command center, Volkov turned to his team. Well done, everyone. But this is just the beginning. The real challenges lie ahead. Colonel Martinez nodded. Sir, we're already detecting increased chatter among Council races. News of our capabilities is spreading fast. Volkov's expression turned grim. As expected, some will seek alliance, others will see us as a threat. We must be prepared for anything. Over the next few days, Earth's revelation sent shockwaves through the galactic community. The Galactic Council convened an emergency session, with heated debates raging about how to handle this sudden shift in the cosmic order. Some species, impressed by humanity's ingenuity and strength, sought to establish closer ties. Others, fearful of Earth's hidden power, called for containment or even preemptive strikes. On Earth, President Chen addressed the planet's population, her hologram appearing in homes and public spaces worldwide. "My fellow citizens," she began, her voice steady and reassuring. "For generations, we have worked in secret, preparing for our emergence onto the galactic stage. Today, we stand proud, ready to take our place among the stars not as supplicants, but as equals." Cheers erupted in cities across the globe. Humanity had long dreamed of this moment, and now it had finally arrived. But even as celebrations continued, Earth's leaders knew that difficult times lay ahead. The galaxy was a complex and often dangerous place, and humanity would need all its strength, wisdom, and ingenuity to navigate the challenges to come. In orbit, the Earth fleet stood vigilant, a testament to human determination and the power of unity. Whatever the future held, humanity would face it head-on, no longer hiding in the shadows but standing tall among the stars. As night fell over Earth, Admiral Volkov gazed out at the twinkling lights of the fleet. He couldn't help but feel a sense of pride mixed with trepidation. The next move belonged to the Galactic Council, and Earth needed to be ready for anything. "The board is set," he murmured to himself. "Now the game begins." Galactic political fallout. The Galactic Council chamber was in an uproar, delegates from across the galaxy shouting and gesticulating wildly. The revelation of Earth's true military capabilities had shattered the fragile balance of power, and now everyone was vying for position in the new order. At the head of the chamber, Councillor Zarkak stood, his usually calm demeanor shaken. He raised a hand, calling for silence, but the din only subsided reluctantly. "Esteemed colleagues," he began, his voice betraying a hint of unease, "it is clear that we have severely underestimated the humans of Earth. Their deception was masterful, and now they stand before us as a true galactic power." A Taurani admiral, Zexkor, rose from his seat, his scales flaring in agitation. "Underestimated. They have made fools of us all. This cannot be allowed to stand. We must take immediate action to contain this threat before it grows beyond our control." Murmurs of agreement rippled through the chamber, but Zarkax held up a hand. "Rashness will only breed more conflict. We must consider our options carefully." A Vexillian diplomat, Kree, spoke up, her compound eyes gleaming with a mixture of fear and fascination. "The humans have shown remarkable technological prowess and strategic acumen. Perhaps it would be in our best interest to seek an alliance, rather than confrontation." Zexkor snorted derisively. "Alliance? With these upstarts? Preposterous. They must be brought to heel, for the good of the entire galaxy." The debate raged on, with various factions vying for control of the narrative. Some saw Earth as a potential partner, while others viewed them as a dangerous rival that needed to be eliminated. In the midst of the chaos, a lone figure rose from the back of the chamber. It was Admiral Volkov, the human representative, his imposing presence commanding the attention of the assembled delegates. "Esteemed councillors," he began, his voice calm and measured, "we have no desire for conflict. Earth has spent generations preparing for this moment, not to dominate, but to take our rightful place among the stars as equals." Zexkor glared at Volkov, his scales bristling. "Equals? You dare to claim such a status? You are nothing but primitives who have stumbled upon technology beyond your understanding." Volkov's eyes narrowed. "We are no more primitives than you, Counselor. Our path has simply been different. We have faced challenges and overcome them, forged by the fires of our own adversity." Kree leaned forward, her fascination evident. "Then tell us, Admiral, what is it that drives your people? What makes you so confident in your ability to stand beside the great civilizations of this galaxy?" Volkov's gaze swept across the chamber, meeting the eyes of each delegate in turn. "Humanity's strength lies not in our technology, but in our spirit. We are a species defined by our resilience, our ingenuity, and our refusal to be cowed by adversity." He paused, letting his words sink in. "We have fought wars, conquered disease, and pushed the boundaries of our understanding. We do not seek to dominate, but to explore, to learn, and to share. All we ask is that you treat us as equals, and that you respect our sovereignty." Zexkor scoffed, but Zarkax raised a hand, silencing him. "Admiral Volkov, your words are compelling, and your people's achievements are indeed remarkable. However, the galaxy is a complex and often dangerous place. How can we be sure that your desire for peace is genuine?" Volkov met Zarkax's gaze unflinchingly. "Trust is earned, counselor, not given freely. We have hidden our true strength for generations, not out of fear, but out of a desire to understand this galaxy and its peoples before revealing ourselves." He paused, a faint smile touching his lips. "Now that we have, we extend our hand in friendship, but make no mistake, we will defend our interests and our allies with the full force of our might." The chamber fell silent, the delegates processing Volkov's words. The implications were clear. Earth was a power to be reckoned with, but one that sought cooperation and mutual understanding, not domination. Zarkax nodded slowly. "Then let us begin the difficult work of forging a new relationship, one built on mutual respect and shared prosperity." As the council session adjourned, Volkov found himself surrounded by a group of curious delegates, all eager to learn more about this enigmatic species called humanity. The initial hostility had given way to a cautious interest, and Volkov knew that the hard part was just beginning. Back on Earth, President Chen convened an emergency meeting of the United Earth Defense Council. The news from the Galactic Council was both encouraging and concerning. "It seems the councilors are divided on how to approach us," Chen said, her brow furrowed. "Some see us as a potential ally, while others still view us as a threat to be contained." Admiral Volkov nodded grimly. "That was to be expected, Madam President. The galaxy has grown accustomed to a certain balance of power, and we've just upset that delicate equilibrium." General Alejandro Gutierrez, the commander of Earth's ground forces, leaned forward. "Then we must be prepared for the possibility of conflict. These aliens may not take kindly to our refusal to submit to their authority." Chen held up a hand. "I understand your concern, General, but we cannot afford to be seen as the aggressors. Our goal must be to forge alliances and build trust, not to provoke a galactic war." Volkov spoke up, agreed. "We'll need to tread carefully, both in our diplomacy and in our military posturing. The Council will be watching our every move." The discussion continued, with the Earth's leaders weighing the risks and opportunities presented by this new galactic landscape. They knew that the coming days and weeks would be critical as they navigated the complex web of alliances and rivalries that defined the Galactic Council. One thing was certain: Earth was no longer content to sit on the sidelines. The time had come to take its rightful place among the stars, and the fate of humanity now rested on their ability to navigate this treacherous new reality. Rising tensions and conflict. The news of Earth's true military might had spread like wildfire through the Galactic Council, igniting a firestorm of political maneuvering and heated debate. While some alien races sought to forge an alliance with the upstart human civilization, others remained deeply wary, their mistrust fueled by a fear of the balance of power shifting. Tensions came to a head when a delegation from the Torani Empire arrived at the human colony of Proxima Centauri, their ships bristling with weapons. Admiral Zexkor, the same Torani who had confronted Admiral Volkov at the council session, stood at the forefront of the group. "Humans," he bellowed, his voice amplified by the ship's external speakers, "you have gained the attention of the Torani Empire, and we do not take kindly to your deception. You will surrender your colony and all its resources immediately, or face the consequences of your defiance. On the surface of Proxima Centauri, Governor Alicia Reyes, a seasoned diplomat and military strategist, stood her ground. Admiral Zexcor, this colony is a sovereign territory of the United Earth Defense Force. We have no intention of surrendering it to your empire or any other alien power. Zexcor's scales flared in anger. Then you have chosen your path, human. Prepare to be conquered. As the Taurani ships began to power up their weapons, a familiar sight appeared on the horizon. The sleek, powerful vessels of the Earth Defense Fleet, their hulls gleaming in the light of Proxima Centauri's twin suns. At the helm of the flagship UES Titan, Admiral Volkov's expression was grim but resolute. All ships, weapons free. Protect the colony at all costs. The battle that followed was a display of the growing rift between human and alien military might. The Taurani ships, while formidable, found themselves outmatched by the Earth Fleet's superior firepower and advanced tactical maneuvers. Quantum torpedoes streaked through the void, carving deep into the Taurani vessel's shields. Plasma cannons unleashed searing beams of energy, melting through armor and hulls with ease. The Earth ships danced through the enemy formations, their agility and speed confounding the slower, more cumbersome alien vessels. Zexcor watched in mounting horror as his fleet was systematically dismantled. "Impossible!" he roared, slamming his fist against the console. "How can these humans be so powerful?" Governor Rey's voice crackled over the Taurani flagship's communications channel. "Admiral Zexcor, this is your final warning. Withdraw your forces immediately, or we will be forced to escalate our response." Zexcor's eyes narrowed, his scales rippling with barely contained fury. "This is not over, human. The Taurani Empire will remember this day, and we will have our vengeance." With a reluctant nod, he ordered his remaining ships to retreat, their engines flaring as they fled the system. The human vessels held their position, ready to defend their colony against any further aggression. Back on Earth, the news of the Proxima Centauri incident sent shockwaves through the Galactic Council. Some delegates, like the Vexillian Cree, called for a peaceful resolution, while others, such as the Taurani, demanded immediate retaliation. Arcax, the presiding counselor, called for an emergency session, his usually serene demeanor tinged with concern. "Esteemed colleagues, the situation with the humans has escalated dangerously. We must find a way to de-escalate this conflict before it spirals out of control." Zexcor, his scales still flushed with anger, rose to address the chamber. "The humans have proven themselves to be a threat to the stability of the galaxy. They must be brought to heel, by force if necessary." Cree stood, her compound eyes narrowing. "Counselor Zexcor, your aggression only breeds more conflict. Have we not learned from our past mistakes? The humans have shown a willingness to negotiate, to seek peaceful coexistence. We should extend an olive branch, not a fist." The debate raged on, with each faction vying for their own interests. Some saw the humans as a valuable ally, while others viewed them as a dangerous upstart that needed to be contained. In the midst of the turmoil, a lone figure stepped forward. Admiral Volkov, the human representative. All eyes turned to him as he cleared his throat, his expression calm and measured. "Esteemed counselors, I come before you not as an adversary, but as a fellow guardian of the Galactic Order. The incident at Proxima Centauri was not of our making, but a response to unprovoked aggression against our sovereign territory." He paused, his gaze sweeping across the chamber. "We have no desire for war, but we will defend our interests and our people with the full force of our military might. I implore you, let us find a path forward that serves the interests of all our peoples, not just the few." Zarkax nodded slowly, his expression thoughtful. "Your words are wise, Admiral Volkov. Perhaps it is time we consider a new diplomatic framework, one that acknowledges the unique challenges and strengths of your civilization." Zexcor opened his mouth to object, but Zarkax raised a hand, silencing him. "Counselor Zexcor, I understand your concerns, but we must also consider the consequences of unilateral action. The humans have proven their capabilities, and we cannot afford to alienate them further." The chamber fell silent as the gravity of the situation sank in. The Galactic Council stood at a crossroads. Their decisions in the coming days and weeks would shape the future of the galaxy for generations to come. As the session adjourned, Volkov knew that the true test lay ahead. The humans had revealed their strength, but now they would need to navigate the treacherous waters of galactic politics, forging alliances and diffusing tensions, all while maintaining their hard-won autonomy and sovereignty. The stage was set for a high-stakes game of diplomacy and strategy, where the fate of humanity hung in the balance. Humanity's triumph. The tension within the Galactic Council chambers was palpable as the various factions jockeyed for position, each trying to gain the upper hand in the delicate negotiations with Earth. Admiral Volkov stood calmly amidst the maelstrom, his unwavering gaze sweeping across the room. "Esteemed counselors," he began, his voice steady and measured, "we are here today to forge a new path forward, one that recognizes the unique strengths and perspectives that humanity brings to the table." Zexkor, the Torani admiral, shot Volkov a disdainful glare. "Humanity has shown itself to be a disruptive force, a threat to the balance of power in this galaxy. Why should we grant you any concessions?" Volkov's expression remained impassive. "Because, counselor, we are not mere upstarts seeking to upset the established order. We are a civilization born of adversity, forged by the fires of our own struggles. We have learned the value of cooperation and mutual understanding." Kree, the Vexillian diplomat, leaned forward, her compound eyes gleaming with interest. "Then tell us, Admiral, what is it that you propose? How can the Galactic Council and the humans of Earth forge a lasting partnership?" Volkov turned to face the Vexillian. "We seek not dominance, but rather a seat at the table as equal partners. We have much to learn from the established galactic community, but we also have unique perspectives and capabilities to offer." He paused, letting his words sink in. "We propose the creation of a new governing body, one that transcends the traditional council structure. The United Stellar Alliance, where all civilizations, whether newly emerged or long-standing, can work together to address the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead." Murmurs rippled through the chamber, some delegates intrigued by the proposal, others skeptical. Zarkax, the presiding counselor, raised a hand, calling for silence. "This is a bold vision, Admiral Volkov, one that would require a significant restructuring of the Galactic Council as we know it. What assurances can you provide that the humans will not simply seek to dominate this new alliance?" Volkov met Zarkax's gaze unflinchingly. "Counselor, we have no desire for dominance. Our goal is to work alongside you, to share knowledge, resources, and technological advancements for the betterment of all civilizations in the galaxy." He paused, allowing his words to sink in. "We have spent generations preparing for this moment, not to conquer, but to contribute. The United Stellar Alliance will be a true partnership, with each member race holding an equal voice and an equal stake in its success." The debate that followed was heated and protracted, with some delegates adamantly opposed to the idea of surrendering any of the Galactic Council's power. But as the discussions wore on, a growing number of alien races began to see the potential benefits of this new alliance. Slowly, a consensus began to emerge. The United Stellar Alliance would be formed, with Earth taking its place as a founding member. The humans would contribute their advanced military and technological capabilities, while the established galactic powers would share their knowledge and resources. As the details were hammered out, Volkov could sense a shift in the attitudes of his fellow counselors. Where once there had been mistrust and suspicion, now there was a cautious optimism, a recognition that humanity had much to offer to the greater good of the galaxy. When the final agreement was signed, a tangible sense of relief and accomplishment filled the chamber. Zarkax, now the first president of the United Stellar Alliance, clasped Volkov's hand firmly. "Admiral, You and your people have earned our respect and our trust. Together, we will forge a future that benefits all civilizations, human and alien alike." Volkov allowed himself a small smile. "Thank you, Counselor. This is only the beginning. The challenges ahead will be daunting, but I have no doubt that the United Stellar Alliance will rise to meet them, united in our determination to create a better tomorrow." As the human delegation returned to Earth, the planet erupted in celebration. Humanity had taken its rightful place among the stars, no longer relegated to the sidelines, but standing as an equal partner in the galactic community. In the years that followed, the United Stellar Alliance would face numerous obstacles and setbacks, but it would also usher in an era of unprecedented cooperation, scientific advancement, and cultural exchange. Earth's contributions would prove invaluable, its people's resilience and ingenuity inspiring the entire galaxy. And through it all, Admiral Volkov would remain a steadfast champion of the Alliance, guiding humanity's ascent with unwavering determination and a deep respect for the fragile balance of power in the cosmos. The galaxy would never be the same. Humanity had arrived, and its impact would be felt for generations to come.